Facebook. Who's on Facebook? A lot of you. Good. How many of you using Facebook for your job search? A couple of you? Okay. Here's how you use Facebook to look for work. Okay. Actually, I'm sorry. You don't use it to look for work. You use it as a complement to what you're doing on LinkedIn. You use it as a complement to your interactions when you meet, let's say, Jamie at a pink slip party, when you meet a recruiter, when you meet Brad at B&I. Okay. You use this as a personal way to reach out to folks. LinkedIn, professional. Facebook, personal. It's a social media website. It was founded in 2004. As of January 2009, this is from Compete.com. They were ranked as the most used social media network worldwide, followed by MySpace. It can be used to interact with friends, relatives, and professional contacts. It's an open resource to be found, and it's up to you to monitor your contact. I put this up here because this isn't a prime resource to find jobs. It's really not. But I tell you what, many companies nowadays, they're going on Facebook and they're looking you up.
Yep.
And it's up to you to manage the content that's on there. It really is. Because that could be the difference between you finding a job or being dismissed from the interview process. I've heard of it directly from HR folks and from recruiters. They hire someone, they go through the whole gauntlet, they're getting ready to make an offer, background check comes out fine, everything comes out fine, and then you know what? They go to Facebook, they see pictures of Mr. or Mrs. New Hire partying in Cabo on spring break, getting trashed. Guess what? They're not getting hired. Because Facebook is a representation of, again, who you are. I don't tell anyone, don't mask who you are on Facebook. Who you are is who you are. But at the same time, keep in mind that when you're out there looking for work, it's up to you to manage the content. It's up to you to manage the brand that you're building and the image that you're portraying.
You can get a second Facebook account, though, that is much more professional. You have it in there maybe as Tom Wing. You can change it to Thomas H. Wing and do it that way.
They'll find you.
We do. Yeah. We do. In the sheriff's office, we don't even offer you the job before we do all of those social.
There you go.
Yeah, all of them. It doesn't matter what it is. And we dismiss, we suspend numerous applicants because of the information that we receive.
And those applicants will never, ever know.
They don't know because they're getting suspended. They may not understand.
They don't know the reason.
And a lot of times I know that you can lock it.
And you're with the state of Florida?
I'm sorry?
You're with the state of Florida.
The city of Jacksonville.
Oh, city of Jacksonville.
And a lot of times you can lock that, your websites or your Facebook or whatever. I'm not savvy, as you can tell. We call you, the background investigator actually calls you, tells you to unlock it while we're on the phone with you. We actually go in and see the information that's there. And that's it. For a lot
Does that include the things people send to you?
Yeah, how do you control what other people send to you?
You can delete those items. Yeah.
As long as you delete them?
You can delete those items in comments.
I tell you what. I've told all my friends, do not tag me in a photo. If I'm out partying with you, I went to Las Vegas recently for a bachelor party. Okay? I told everybody, I am a pseudo public figure. Do not tag me in it. Don't even take a photo of me. Okay? But don't tag me in any pictures of me.
What do you mean by that?
What do I mean by what?
Tag. Button and put the person's name on.
Yeah. Someone can upload a picture of you or you and them in a group on their profile, and then what they do is they just click on your photo and they indicate that that's you. It links back to your profile and now it shows up in your photos.
Yep.
It's called tag. Okay, it's called invasion of privacy.
That's not invasion of privacy because that's your friend that you gave access to your network.
Different access. Okay.
You gave access to that friend. Again, it's a friend.
So if, I've noticed it on Facebook that a lot of Facebook members whose sites were formally open. You know, you clicked on the link and you went to their Facebook page. They've now made it private. If you're not a friend, you can't see anything.
You can't, but in the case of our local sheriff's department, it's sheriffs, correct?
Yeah.
In the case of our local sheriff's department, I can tell you, you want a job working in a hospital with patients, you want a job working at a bank with money, a lot of jobs, they're going to require that you open it up, and it's open source for them to see it, because again, at the end of the day, what do you have to hide from them?
They ask you a lot of times, they ask you when you fill out applications, do you have a Facebook account?
I've run across that several times. Do you have a Facebook account and what is it?
Yes.
So it's up to you to monitor the content that's on there.
Well, might I make a statement?
Absolutely.
My Facebook page was originally taken out like 2 years ago, and it was to support, or, you know, it was a personal thing, and I am, now please, no booing, it is in poor taste. I am a progressive political view holder,
Okay.
and it has come obvious to me in the past year that that's not a good position to be holding politically in the present economy.
We can go into a whole workshop about that. Okay, let's try to stick on social media.
So
I'll just-
it's the social media
I'll
that
just-
come
yeah,
out.
I'll
You
say-
can find that in your profile.
I'll say this.
Yeah,
I'll say this. Be as neutral as you can possibly be, and you won't feel wrong.
Never bring politics into
Never-
the middle of anything on when you get a job.
Be as neutral as you can. Once you get the job, if you want at that point, label yourself as whatever, go for it, be my guest. However, again, it's who you know, and the person that you're interviewing with may not have the same beliefs and opinions as you do, and that could be the difference between you being hired and you not being hired.
Well, I can tell you guys, coming from the other side of the corporate industry, a large company, there, JSO may, or you know, you guys may do that in depth. There's a lot of companies that don't do that much, so I don't think being anxious about it is gonna, maybe there's something on your Facebook that some companies don't check that kind of
well,
stuff.
you know, I haven't been partying in Cabo, half naked, but I do vote Democratic. I
use
never
that-
thought that this was a country where that could actually hurt you.
I
You
use
said
that-
you're from
was-
Jersey? Is that what you said, Jersey girl?
I'm from all over.
I use that.
Oh, please, I
I use
wouldn't
that.
admit being
I use that
from
as really a humorous example. But the reality is, and you know what? Let's just use Jacksonville for example. This is a very old school town. This is very southern Georgia. I moved up here 4 years ago from Miami, and I had to, at that point, MySpace was popular. I was representing a bank, okay, dealing with the general public. I had to completely eliminate any content on there that would misrepresent the bank through my profile. Okay, you know.
But even if I
that's the-
do eliminate that, my friends on Facebook, you know, people are, you know, Tammy Simon, and you go to her website, and she's in all these groups. I mean, I'm just saying that even if you friend somebody from a neutrality point of view, it could
Yeah.
be detrimental to you.
It could. Unfortunately, that's what you deal with
Well,
these
actually,
open source
work
technologies.
both ways. It can work both ways. If I'm applying for a job at the union and I tell them I'm a left, whatever, you know, they may like that. And as a result, or I'm involved in whatever election or whatever.
That's a really big risk that you take.
It depends on who you see, though. For the most part, absolute risk. I would never do it.
I would say don't even bring it up.
So you made your MySpace page neutral.
Well, I'm not on MySpace anymore,
Yeah.
but my Facebook.
Yeah.
My Facebook represents exactly who I am. I'm here today doing this. This is what I do. This is my passion. It's who I am. I have pictures on there of my wife, my kids. Okay, events that we do as a family. I have pictures from these type of events. It's open source.
So you're squeaky
But-
clean.
But it
I
does
tried
say, it does say political, it has a place for political affiliation on there.
It does.
You
don't have to fill it out.
Yeah, you don't know. I don't put on there what religion I am, what political affiliation I'm a part of. I try not to comment so much when it comes to the political
That's
arena.
different, but then
You know,
your
you go on my
profile-
Facebook now, and I last night I put on there a link of a senator who recently blocked a bill that's for job seekers. It means over 400 job seekers are not going to receive unemployment benefits. I was commenting and ripping the guy apart. Okay, but at the end of the day, I'm not saying I side this way or that way.